Not necessarily, no. But yes.
Okay, just not the death penalty. Okay, I'm good with that.
Now, when we talk about life, like, that's reasonable.
One more time.
When we talk about life,
Where's this man?
life in jail, right? What are we?
Go ahead.
What are we talking about there? Like above 23 years, or just about under?
Well, when we're talking about life is the way I look at it up to. You're right, 23, 25 years.
So is he just gonna do the 23, or can we just
One more
get him
time.
in? Are we gonna do the 23 if we do decide life, or?
Yeah, that's what we can do.
Free trophy. Yeah, let me tap that vape.
But what are your thoughts?
Just to be elaborating.
What time is this supposed to start?
It was supposed to start an hour ago.
They have other occupations.
An hour ago at 6 o'clock. It was supposed to start at 6.
For
Okay.
me, I think reasonable is half a life sentence. It gives him plenty of time to change while he's in there, and potentially change his life around when he gets out.
380, all
Because the
suspects
life,
or correction, all
he's going to
people
be
have
in there
been
for a
searched,
while, and
and
it kind of
illegal items
gives
were
him no
removed.
chances to, once he gets out, to grow from it. Because he just spent his whole life in prison, pretty much.
All right. So how about this? What if he behaves correctly because he has a known history of not behaving correctly while serving time in prison? That he can finish his sentence after 2/3 of the sentence.
So you're saying once he serves 2/3, he's like probation type rules?
Yeah, on good behavior. Like if he shows good behavior while in prison. No more hostage takings, no more violent.
441.
We want to see some good behavior. Like we're already like I'm after
1041 to 76 to the
death
courthouse.
shouldn't be my job, to be honest. Like I'm trying to help you as well. I know you know that. You seem like a very reasonable man. But as a DA office, that's prosecution. I don't think we can go much lower than that. Like half of it for an act of terrorism, where the death penalty applies according to the penal code. I think that's already fairly lenient.
So what would?
Get your hungry ass out of here.
Uh-huh. I was thinking we were gonna do them. I was thinking we'd handle them all today, because he had the active warrant for the first one. He currently has a warrant now. I don't know if they're prepared, but I'd rather do it in a day. And I was thinking somewhere around, depending on how the trial goes, I was thinking somewhere around 4,000 hours or 4,000 months.
No, I'm not. That's
Bro, who's talking shit about burger shots?
You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, honestly, you guys
Yeah,
bro.
I figure we'll do them all today, so the sentences will run concurrent. It'll be a total of 4,000 hours. And if you guys want to do that 2/3 of halftime, you figure it out. But that's where I'm looking at based on his history, unless someone can convince me otherwise.
I'm just gonna throw this out here, since he wants the trial, we can just go through the trial, but I'm perfectly fine with 4,000 months.
And if you guys are okay with it, he does good behavior. He can do halftime. I don't know if that's fine with the PD side, if that's fine with UDA, and I can announce that it's sentencing if he's found guilty, of course. But that's where my mind is based on the antics from last night, this morning, and the time before when we had this all set up and we're going through these motions, and he's trying to dictate how things work.
Yeah, that shouldn't be the case in my opinion. But that's an opinion.
We'll be
It's
on in a second.
irrelevant.
We're having a conference. They can wait.
Make sure there's no like.
The only thing is that
stuff, you know?
at least the prosecution, I'm not sure about the defense, but we haven't been able to.
Someone's shouting and they can hear every single one of us.
The trial in relation to all the other matters. So it's all based on the complaint that was filed, the police report 878 from the top of my head, which is the main incident with two testimonies from the police officer. We have an affidavit and we have a photograph. And also the defense has a video. And that's all the evidence I'm aware of for this case and all the criminal charges. So one time's terrorism.
Yeah, once the court case starts, do not let anybody in.
So I'd be happy to include it. It's just that I haven't had time to prepare for it, so I don't have anything.
This court has so many cameras.
Okay, well, that's fine. If you want to do the one count terrorism, 5 times hostage taking, when it comes to sentencing, I'll just acknowledge that he did
At the courthouse?
jailbreak, and I'll do a directed finding. I'm fine with that.
All right.
You don't,
10-4.
you don't like it, right? You don't like it.
Hey, would you maybe like to suggest it to your client now that if he takes it now, that saves everybody a lot of time?
For the sentencing that you just the 5 counts and the prison break or terrorism.
For the terrorism charge and 5 times hostage taking.
Longer until it starts.
What's that time looking like?
No clue.
Like say Jeff, 4,000 months, I believe.
4,000. It does good time. 2,000. Is that fine with you, Dre?
Weasel News rep.
Yeah, that's okay. Like that's 50% off.
I'm
like,
fine with that, but he's still gonna want the trial.
All right, so what?
That's what I'm saying. If we just go through the trial and then we just.
Can a FTO come pick me up?
Do those? Does this deal still apply?
Don't you think you're showing a little bit too much skin?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that. You good with that, Dre?
I should do my type.
It should save us a lot of time to not go to trial.
Hold on, I couldn't hear him. What did you say?
Okay.
Bro, his ball hangs out the right side, bro.
Alright, so we're good?
So we're just gonna run through the trial and then.
Yeah, you can check with your client. Might save us trial, to be honest. Like if you can convince him.
You saw how many people
that would save everybody a lot of time, to be honest.
Tell him, and you can just whisper that to him at the table right there. And if he pleads guilty to the sheet, that's what he's looking at.
So 4,000, 2,000 on good
2,000
behavior.
halftime.
Is there any fine with that? Or?
Honestly, I'm at the point to still go after the death penalty if he just doesn't plead guilty because the evidence is so overwhelming. It almost feels ridiculous to go to court. I should have just filed a motion to get this whole thing over with without ever going to trial, to be honest.
And we'll just announce it in court.
And interview him in jail.
If you want, if he's okay with that, then you just stand up and say he'd like to change his plea to guilty, and I'll announce what he's charged with, what he's guilty of, and his sentence.
All right, I'll let him know. I'll let him know. Right.
That'd be so nice. All right, let's see how it goes.
I wonder if the cop who tased me's here.
Well, you let me know what the fine is. I tallied up the time in my head. That's what I did because the terrorism charge was a court decision, so that was going to be 2,000 months off top.
You're asking me, Richard?
Yeah, but that's also $999,999 fine, I believe.
So we got that fine. So I mean, I don't know what's outrageous or considered outrageous. You got to let me know, boss man. I mean, for what he did, like I said, it's set at 99999. So, I mean,
What do you think would be a reasonable amount? I have no idea.
377, 644.
Wait, who just sneezed the fart? Come on, guys, we cannot do that.
This is the same shit that happens when we were in school and we'd be like, if the teacher doesn't show up in the first 5 minutes, then we get out of class free.
What if it's an hour?
Yep, the whole class sat there the whole last hour, still waiting.
Yo,
Steve's crazy. I can hear Steven in my head. He's crazy.
Have you checked this bag underneath me? It's actually not my bag. It's just left here.
Sounds good. There's a reasonable amount. I have no idea, to be honest. So
Somebody lift this
he
crate.
says,
It is what it is. So I'll go out there, and if we're good, you guys will come out and let me know we're good. Richard will stand up. If not, we'll proceed.
Yes, like a singular weed.
all right.
Did
Yep,
I
sounds good.
stutter? No. No, not even that. I want just some leaves.
And my head popped.
Oh
God.
They're starving outside.
Yeah, I got a turtle feed, bro.
Old ass OS. Yo, we've been in the courtroom for like 6 minutes. How are you painting
told
already?
her to
Like,
wait in the
what?
car.
That's how it almost works.
Thank God. On the
Judge
phone.
wearing a fedora.
Oh, on the phone.
Trophy's not a terrorist.
I was just trying to play some games.
Judge
Man, this shit
Fedora?
boring.
Guys,
That sounded Is
Justice,
Trophy
sir.
self-representing?
I don't think so.
Yeah, get on Pong right now.
OJ didn't do it as
That's crazy.
Wait, no, Moses, did I hear you
say we open it at 7 for VU?
Yeah, that guy over there, that's his lawyer.
Not anymore at this point.
You do.
We should just throw an after
Do
party
one
after this.
represent
As
trophy.
soon as everybody's done, just tell them, hey.
Right over there.
Yeah, but Bahama Mama's open at 7:30, so it's like we can't really do shit, bro.
We could steal all these
fuck
people.
Bahama
Clients
Mama's.
pleads,
Bro, the fuck,
oopsie
we
daisy.
Take all these motherfuckers right here.
Or at
They
least
weren't here at the court case repping trophy, bro. They weren't here, you know. No support, no support. VU show support.
Yeah, they're all over there fucking
We out here.
They're all sitting up in the night.
Fuck that, bro.
You guys shit on them.
That would be hilarious.
Exhibit A. I have not been told that, but I shall.
Sorry.
I hope you called Saul.
I'm right here, man. Yes,
We're waiting on Miss Grace.
I'm not taking advantage of this time.
I wasn't given
I
this
feel like we should all be on the same
Hey,
radio.
Holmes, don't lock doors.
Oh, just say remain seated. Come to order.
No, what I'm saying is the courtroom as a whole, so we can fucking hear.
Remain seated.
Yeah, they should show.
Orders in order.
Oh.
Good afternoon, Mr. Silva. Good afternoon, Mr. Giordano.
Oh, I can hear
If you guys can state your name for the record and who you're representing.
I'm Richard Gordiano. I'm representing Trophy LUCHESE.
I'm Jimmy De Silva, representing the Los Angeles Police Department, state of San Andreas.
All right, we're here for a bench trial for Mr. Trophy LUCHESE. If you want to go ahead and read out the charges, Mr. De Silva.
The charges are 1 count of terrorism and 5 times hostage taken.
Okay. If you guys haven't been told already, if you can, make sure your cell phones are silent. If your cell phone goes off during the trial, we will ask you to we will remove you from the courtroom. Opening statement.
You got this, T?
Yes, sir. If you have 1 second. I've never put it silent before. Apologies.
Yo, what's the word, man? Push me a little bit more. Come on.
There we go.
Man, how do I put this on silent?
Go. Just put it on
With sound?
airplane mode, right? And then like, yeah.
I'm gonna do that too.
All right, we're good now.
RPM, it doesn't work. I tried it.
Just drop it.
Your Honor, esteemed members of the court, fellow citizens of San Andreas. Today we gather here to seek justice in the trial of San Andreas versus Trophy LUCHESE. The evidence we will present before you will reveal a chilling and calculated act that struck at the heart of our community, causing fear and chaos. While Trophy LUCHESE may not have been the mastermind behind this act, he played a pivotal role in its execution, and it is our duty to hold him accountable for his complicity.
I can't hear it from back there, man. Oh, fuck.
I have a megaphone. On that fateful day, here outside the Los Angeles courthouse, our community witnessed an unprecedented act of violence, hostage-taking, and terrorism. As the evidence will demonstrate, Trophy LUCHESE willingly participated in this criminal enterprise, preying on the vulnerabilities of our justice system and instilling terror in the hearts of innocent bystanders. Although no explosive devices were used or found in this case, it is crucial to note that the act of terrorism does not solely rely on the use of explosives. The San Andreas Penal Code, PC 4007, defines terrorism as causing mass destruction, using explosives, sickness, or extreme violence with the intent of causing fear. Trophy Luchese's actions fall directly within this definition. Throughout this trial, we will present compelling evidence, including testimonies and the statements of those involved, along with photographic evidence. The testimonies from the brave law enforcement officers recount the terrifying moments of them responding to this act of terror. Additionally, the opposing counsel has secured an affidavit from Jebediah Ottisman, the individual who claims to have orchestrated this heinous act, and is currently awaiting trial. Ottisman confesses to recruiting Trophy Luchese, outlining his role in the crime. This affidavit will shed light on the extent of Luchese's involvement and his culpability in the act of terrorism. Your Honor, the evidence will reveal that Trophy Luchese willingly chose to participate in this act of terror. His actions were not driven by coercion or duress, but rather by a shared desire to disrupt the fabric of our society. The prosecution will prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Luchese's intentions were clear: to cause fear, to undermine our justice system, and to threaten the safety and security of our community. We stand here today seeking justice for the victims, seeking justice for the community that was traumatized by this act. We trust that this court will carefully consider the evidence presented and weigh it impartially. We are confident that by the end of this trial, you will be convinced of Trophy Luchese's complicity in the act of terrorism. Thank you.
Defense, you have an opening statement?
I could say something. Sorry for the gaps in my words, but I do not have a thing to read off of. Trophy Luchese, obviously did some bad things, and which he shouldn't have, and that's why he's willing to serve time for what he has done. Me and him both think that it is not right for him to get off scot-free, as what he did was pretty bad towards our society, but I think he had no intention of harming any of the hostages that he did take. And in fact, I think that when he was fired on, he tried valuing the hostages' lives, and I think that should be brought into some consideration for his sentencing. And I think, due to Jebediah Ottisman's affidavit that he signed, stating that he took responsibility, I think it should be brought to attention for Trophy's case that he was just following off someone else's rules and requests. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. We'll proceed to the evidence examination. Mr. Silva?
Could we see Exhibit A on the display, please? Thank you.
Damn.
That was a good picture.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus!
Excuse me, excuse me.
Why would you
He's a
put in the handcuffs the
photographer.
guy who has a cone head on his head?
That's an ugly ass shirt.
Oh, sorry, the picture took a second for me to appear in my eyes. Apologies for that. Your Honor, One of the most compelling pieces of evidence that we have in this case is this photograph, marked Exhibit A, that captures the very essence of the terror and fear that gripped our community on that fateful day outside the courthouse. This image reveals the true nature of Trophy Luchese's involvement in the hostage-taking situation. As you can see in Exhibit A, Trophy Lucchese is standing amidst the other suspects and hostage-takers and positioned strategically behind the innocent individuals who were held against their will. This positioning alone speaks volumes about his intent and complicity in the commission of this heinous act. Your Honor, we must not overlook the significance of this image. It is not merely a snapshot frozen in time. It is a vivid representation of Trophy Luchese's direct involvement in his criminal enterprise.
Officers smoking over
The weapons held by the suspects are not mere props or accessories.
there.
They are a symbol of the weapons that were used to instill fear and to exert control over the hostages, law enforcement, and the general public.
Alright, thank you.
I ask you to consider the implications of this image. The positioning of Trophy Lucchese. Excuse me, can I help you?
He's giving us all microphones.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Is that better?
Yep.
Can you hear me in the back? Perfect. Thank you. Sorry, what was I? Right. Your Honor, we must not overlook the significance of this image. It is not merely a snapshot frozen in time. It is a vivid representation of Trophy Luchese's direct involvement in his criminal enterprise. The weapons held by the suspects are not mere props or accessories. They are a symbol of the weapons that were used to instill fear, and to exert control over the hostages, law enforcement, and the general public. I ask you to consider the implications of this image. The positioning of Trophy Lucchese behind the hostages sends a chilling message. He purposefully placed himself in a position of power, exerting control over those who were most vulnerable. His intent was crystal clear here, to strike fear into the hearts of those present and to demonstrate his willingness to use violence to achieve his objectives. Your Honor, this is not a mere coincidence or an accidental placement in the photograph. Trophy Lucchese knowingly positioned himself in this manner, fully aware of the implications and consequences of his actions. His complicity and his active participation in this hostage-taking situation cannot be denied. The image before you serves as a stark reminder of the terror and trauma endured by the hostages and the impact it had on our community. It is a reminder that Trophy Lucchese played a pivotal role in this act of terrorism, using fear and violence to achieve his goal. In light of this compelling evidence, I urge the court to carefully consider the significance of this photograph and the undeniable role it plays in establishing Trophy Lucchese's guilt. His positioning, holding a weapon behind the hostages, is a clear testament to his intent and active participation in this criminal act. Your Honor, I trust that the court will examine this evidence with the utmost scrutiny, recognizing the weight it carries in proving the charges against Trophy Lucchese. Thank you.
Mr. Giordano, you have anything about that, or?
No, I
take
do
it as
not.
submitted?
Take it as submitted.
Officer, can you open the door? There's someone
Next piece of
waiting.
evidence, Mr. Zilla.
Officer.
We could please see
video evidence
Exhibit
like
B
type shit.
on the display, please. Thank you.
The fuck this up.
Yeah, I ain't reading that.
I can't read shit.
Oh no.
It's too blurry.
What is this, evidence for ants?
That's
Your
what you
Honor,
need
as we
video evidence,
delve
man,
into
because
the
that shit come with
evidence,
Photoshop, you know?
I want to draw your attention to the
That's what I'm
compelling written
saying.
testimony provided by Officer
Bro,
Rashad
that needs to be
Bombardo.
brought up.
I think it's my job to ask for order in the court, but it would be appreciated. Anyways, I was saying, as we delve into the evidence, I want to draw your attention to the compelling written testimony provided by Officer Rashad Bombardo, marked as Exhibit B. This dedicated officer who selflessly served our community, or serves our community, was present at the scene when the defendant and his co-conspirators perpetrated this heinous act.
Shorter than my future.
Officer Bombardo's written testimony provides a first-hand account of the events as they unfolded, offering invaluable insights into the true nature of Trophy Luchese's role in the criminal act. In his written testimony, Officer Bombardo recounts the chaotic moments when he arrived at the scene, encountering a tense and dangerous situation. The words penned by this brave officer paint a vivid picture of the fear that gripped the hostages and the bravery displayed by the law enforcement officers.
You guys hear anything?
It's fucking real.
Yeah, I have people talking over me.
I can barely hear
I
the
can
lawyer.
barely hear you.
Sir, go ahead and make sure you're using your microphone.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All
Is
right.
this better? Sorry, I'm not really used to this microphone. My bad.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. So, in his written testimony, Officer Bombardo recounts the chaotic moments when he arrived at the scene, encountering a tense and dangerous situation. The words penned by this brave officer paint a vivid picture of the fear that gripped the hostages and the bravery displayed by the law enforcement officers who rushed to their aid. Officer Bombardo's account offers a unique perspective of the defendant's actions and intentions during those critical moments. Through Officer Bombardo's testimony, we will establish that Trophy Luchese was not a mere bystander or an innocent victim of circumstances. Instead, we will demonstrate that he actively participated in the hostage-taking, wielding a weapon and positioning himself strategically among the fellow suspects and the terrified hostages. His calculated placement behind the captives reveals that Trophy Luchese's intent was to instill fear and exert control over the situation. Your Honor, Officer Bombardo's testimony, when presented and examined in court, will serve as a crucial pillar of evidence in establishing the defendant's active involvement in this appalling act of terrorism. It will shed light on Trophy Luchese's true motives, his level of complicity, and the impact of his actions on the lives of those innocent individuals who were subjected to this terrifying ordeal. I implore you to carefully consider the weight of Officer Bombardo's testimony, as it will provide valuable insight into the defendant's state of mind, his level of intent, and the dangerous role that he played in this hostage crisis. The prosecution will present this evidence meticulously and without a shadow of doubt, demonstrating that Trophy Luchese's actions were not those of an unwitting accomplice, but rather those of an active participant in this act of terror. Thank you.
Mr. Giordano, any cross or take it as submitted?
Take it as submitted. I didn't even get a chance to read that, so.
Okay.
Your next piece of evidence, sir.
If we could have Exhibit C on the screen, please. Thank you.
Yeah, clear your pockets.
If I was this lawyer, I would watch his back for the trophy because he's not doing a great job.
Your Honor, I draw your attention to the compelling written testimony provided by Supervisor Stephen Long, a respected and experienced law enforcement officer who was present at the scene during the courthouse hostage crisis, marked as Exhibit C. Supervisor Long's written testimony offers critical insights into the defendant's conduct, his role in the events that unfolded, and the impact of his actions on the victims and our society as a whole. Let me make sure my mic's still on. There we go.
Hey,
Sorry,
Steve.
this mic turns off every now and then for some reason. Apologies for that.
Thanks.
In his written testimony, Supervisor Long details the chaos and fear that spread near the courthouse as the hostage situation unfolded. He describes the action of the defendant, Trophy Luchese, as an active participant in the events, closely coordinating with his fellow suspects and exhibiting a clear sense of control and authority over the situation. Supervisor Long's written account highlights the defendant's brazen disregard for the safety and well-being of the innocent individuals held captive. His testimony establishes that Trophy Luchese was not a passive bystander, but rather an integral part of the plot, orchestrating the proceedings and contributing to the atmosphere of terror that engulfed the courthouse that day. Furthermore, Supervisor Long's testimony sheds light on the defendant's mindset and intentions. It reveals that Trophy Luchese's actions. It reveals Trophy Luchese's active participation in negotiations, his demands for free passage, and the release of his accomplices, and his calculated decision-making process. His testimony will provide crucial insights into the defendant's motivations, demonstrating that his actions were driven by a desire to create fear and exert control over the authorities and the general public. Your Honor, Supervisor Long's written testimony stands as a pivotal piece of evidence that will help us paint a comprehensive picture of Trophy Luchese's culpability in this heinous crime. When presented and examined in court, it will highlight the defendant's level of complicity, his leadership role among the hostage takers, and the significant harm caused to the victims in our community. I urge the court to consider the weight of Supervisor Long's testimony, even though he has not yet been examined in this trial. We present this evidence meticulously, ensuring that its authenticity and reliability are beyond question. It will provide invaluable insights into the defendant's mindset, his level of involvement, and the gravity of his actions during the courthouse hostage crisis. Thank you.
Radio check.
Same thing as I said the past 3 times or 2 times.
Stand as submitted. Your next piece of evidence?
Exhibit D, please. Thank you.
Bro, I know this. I can't.
Bro, I just keep hearing them say the same shit. Oh God. My bad.
Damn, y'all. We can do now.
Your Honor, I draw your attention to a significant piece of evidence that sheds light on the defendant's connection to this act of terror, the sworn affidavit of Jebediah Ottersman, marked Exhibit D. While Mr. Ottersman himself awaits trial, his affidavit provides crucial information that implicates Trophy Luchese in this abhorrent crime. In his affidavit, Jebediah Ottersman takes full responsibility for orchestrating the scheme that resulted in the hostage-taking incident at the courthouse. He acknowledges his role as the mastermind behind the operation and states that Trophy Luchese, the defendant in this trial, was complicit in the act due to his involvement and association with Mr. Ottersman. The significance of this affidavit lies in the fact that it unveils the true nature of Trophy Luchese's role in the act of terror. While the defense may attempt to portray Trophy Luchese as a mere accomplice or a pawn in the scheme, the affidavit by Jebediah Ottersman serves as irrefutable evidence that Trophy Luchese was an active participant and willingly took part in the planning and execution of this horrific event. By his own admission, Mr. Ottersman acknowledges that Trophy Luchese, along with other individuals involved, were upstanding members of society who, unfortunately, succumbed to the allure of greed and allowed it to blind them to the consequences of their actions. This sworn statement implicates Trophy Luchese as a willing participant, fully aware of the nature and intent of the act they were perpetrating. Your Honor, this affidavit connects the dots between Trophy Luchese and the act of terror committed at the courthouse. It reinforces the prosecution's theory that Trophy Luchese was not an unwitting participant, but an active contributor to the events that unfolded. It underscores its level of involvement, his knowledge of the plan, and his culpability in causing fear and panic among the innocent victims who found themselves held captive. The affidavit by Jebediah Ottersman serves as a crucial piece of evidence that establishes the defendant's direct involvement in the planning and execution of the hostage-taking incident. It is a key element in our pursuit of justice and a significant factor in proving Trophy Luchese's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. I implore you to consider the weight of this affidavit and the implications it carries for the defendant. Let us not overlook the significance of this evidence, which paints a vivid picture of Trophy Luchese's active participation in this heinous act of terror. Thank you. That's all for the evidence, sir.
Thank you. Any cross on that or take it as submitted?
I can say some things.
Go ahead.
So as Mr. Silva stated, it mentions how he was an outstanding member of society, and greed took a hold of him, while also mentioning that he, Jebediah Otisman, takes complete full responsibility, and that should have some impact on Trophy, as he did not orchestrate it, and he shouldn't have to. Damn. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you fine. You're good.
If no one heard that, all right.
Another one turns to dust.
But yeah, he did not orchestrate it. Neither did the people that were with him at that time. So
You need a cigarette, officer?
who knows whether, good lord, if there was anything that he was being threatened by to do this hostage taking.
We're just gonna ignore that, I'm assuming.
I guess. It's cool, I guess.
Do you have any evidence to present, Mr. Giordano?
The body cam, yes.
Those shots outside.
Okay. Madam Grace.
I'm saying, man.
Yo, chicken flicks, by the way, bro.
Who's taking flicks?
You check the flicks.
Yo, Leon.
Take the flicks.
Let me take. I'm gonna take one with all the cops. I'm gonna take one behind y'all with all the cops.
You gotta cherish these kind of moments, you know?
Is that your wife?
I'm glad you do.
Damn.
Why is Ace Maverick throwing punches, man?
Somebody shoot that guy.
It's Friday night.
Is there another route out of this?
What a what, brother? We just
Five
want the
hostages
goddamn
for
girl,
one
brother. I'm be
person.
honest with you.
It's five, we got a lot of hostages for a reason, you know?
Who is
all these lives,
we understand
all
what's
these
going
souls,
on.
you're not gonna take
We
it.
understand that she'll get the death penalty if she's ever caught, right? She's in agreement. What I kind of don't understand what the issue is, you know? Brought you five people.
Wait for it to be this way.
They're going to start shooting, bro. They're gonna start shooting. They're gonna start shooting.
He's on the radio, and I'm gonna fucking start shooting.
They're shooting.
If they start
Yo, cops shot first. What the fuck?
Yo, the cops killed the hostages.
Yo, what the fuck? These cops are fucking murderers. What the fuck? They shot the hostages too. What the fuck? These cops shot the hostages.
kept shooting. They
That
kept
fucking
shooting.
redhead
They
motherfucker
kept
shot the
shooting.
hostages. I seen that shit.
Brutality right there.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Police brutality.
You gotta sue the police for terrorism. What the fuck is that shit?
Brutality.
They negotiated.
Lock them police up
They
right
negotiated
now.
5 lives for one, and they fucking shot the hostages.
See why we were scared outside.
Killing hostages.
Man, these fucking police don't even value our lives. Fuck these guys.
Guys.
Fuck the police.
Wait. Guys, it's not the police. Guys, it's not the police, guys.
Courtroom, be quiet.
Not the police. Trust me, it's not.
Alright, I just have a few things to say about that body cam. As y'all saw, he just completely opened fire on the hostages, and that's obey and serve is the PD slogan. They had that printed pretty much on their building.
Bro, I hope he didn't pay for his lawyer.
Doesn't seem like
I
it.
hope
Hold
that
on.
lawyer was given to him by the state.
This is a courtroom. Stay quiet.
Alright, hostage killer.
Sorry about that. They obviously didn't do that, and I was also. Seems like they're trying to hide something by denying my subpoena, which was approved, and they may not know this, but that is illegal. So, I'd like to bring attention to that. So I don't have
Apologies, Judge. Would you mind speaking up? Sorry, my bad. Apologies.
He just said he was indicating that he had sent over a subpoena for, I guess, some evidence, and it was not delivered.
What subpoena?
Yes, and as you can see, Supervisor Long clearly said, as you could hear, sorry I had to be this way. And obviously he had full intention of shooting, whether they were going to hit hostages or not. And as you saw, many hostages were hit and injured at that time. So more hostages than I think Trophy would have injured just if they followed his demands.
On God, bro.
Mr. De Silva, any cross?
Your Honor, we have no further questions at this time about this evidence, nor any comments or suggestions.
Dang, that's the loudest the lawyer's been.
Are there going to be any physical witnesses presented today, or are we just going off the evidence as it stands?
Don't worry, we don't have to go over this. Unless the defense plans on calling the defendant, Trophy LUCHESE, only in that case we will cross-examine him. Otherwise, the defense will rest and is ready for closing arguments.
All I needed was that body cam to be shown, so I'm good to move.
So the people rest, defense rests. All right, we'll go to closing arguments.
Bro, I need to speak.
People horse?
Yes, sir.
Your closing argument?
Yes, sir. Sorry, just having some issues with my eyes here today.
The people's fine.
And the chairs.
Flex your X muscle.
Right, let me.
The cheers.
There we go. Almost. We're getting there. There we go. Don't want to disrespect the court by stepping on stuff and stuff. There we go. Your Honor, distinguished members of the court and fellow citizens of San Andreas, today we stand here to seek justice for the heinous act of terrorism that unfolded on April 30th outside the courthouse here in Los Angeles, an act that struck fear into the hearts of our community. The defendant, Trophy LUCHESE, stands accused of committing an act of terror, a charge that carries grave consequences and reflects the severity of his actions. The evidence presented throughout this trial has painted a clear picture of Trophy LUCHESE's involvement in the hostage-taking at the courthouse. We have presented testimonies from the brave law enforcement officers who risked their lives to ensure public safety. We have provided insights into this act of terrorism and its impact on our society. The prosecution's case is built upon the foundation of facts, evidence, and law. We have proven beyond a reasonable doubt that Trophy LUCHESE actively participated in the hostage situation with the intent to cause fear and panic amongst the general public. We have shown that his actions were not born out of desperation or a misguided sense of justice, but rather a deliberate attempt to incite terror and create chaos. Your Honor, let us be clear. No state within the United States of America, including the state of San Andreas, nor any of our state's government agencies, including the Los Angeles Police Department, has any laws, regulations, or procedures on negotiating with terrorists. We firmly believe that giving in to their demands would only embolden them and endanger the lives of countless innocent people. Our duty is to protect the safety and well-being of our community, and we cannot compromise that by negotiating with those who seek to harm us. Trophy LUCHESE's actions not only disrupted the normal functioning of the courthouse on that fateful day, but also endangered the lives of the hostages, the law enforcement officers, and the bystanders caught in the crossfire. The terror he unleashed that day cannot be justified or excused by any personal motivations or grievances he may claim to have had. The evidence clearly shows that Trophy LUCHESE willingly participated in the hostage takings, making demands that had the potential to inflict mass destruction and instill widespread fear. His disregard for human life, for the principles of our society, and for the sanctity of our justice system cannot go unpunished. Your Honor, I implore you to consider the overwhelming evidence presented before you today. The law is clear. Trophy Luchese's actions meet the very definition of terrorism under San Andreas Penal Code 4007 and hostage taking under Penal Code 1017. We ask that you deliver a verdict of guilty, holding him accountable for the terror he unleashed upon our community. As we move forward, let this trial serve as a reminder that we, the people of San Andreas, will not cower in fear or bow down to those who wish to harm us. We will stand strong, united in our pursuit of justice and the preservation of peace. Thank you, Your Honor, members of the court, and everyone present here today. Let us together send a resounding message that terrorism has no place in our great city, and that those who commit such acts will face the full force of the law. May justice prevail, and may the victims find solace in knowing that their suffering has not been in vain. Thank you.
Oh, one second, Mr. Giordano. One second. Will the gentleman in the front row with the sign please excuse yourself from the court or put your sign up? This is not a place for a protest. Thank you. If it comes out again, sir, you'll be removed. Go ahead, Mr. Giordano.
Well, Your Honor, based on what we've seen,
This is a court.
or what me and Trophy had discussed, we both agree that what he did was not right, and that he should serve time, but we both also think that since he had no orchestrating role in this, that should be taken into consideration. Also, the fact that he had possibly no intention of harming the hostages. All he wanted was his demands met, and the officers at that scene, along with the supervisors, hit the hostages many times, and I think they caused more damage than Trophy could have ever, just from them opening fire, trying to get them to stop. And I think the hostages didn't deserve that. The hostages deserved to not get shot, maybe get away, and I think Trophy should have a very fair and reasonable sentence and not face an outrageous sentencing for his terrorism charge. But that's all I have, and as you saw on that body cam, that's the main piece of evidence that should be taken into consideration.
Did his lawyer just say that he's gonna get you?
Okay.
Did his lawyer just admit to terrorism?
I don't think this is the officer's fault, sir, at all.
Interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake.
Well, why?
Okay, if that's it, we will take about a 5-minute recess and reconvene at 7:45. I think that's what it is, EST. So 6 minutes.
Richard, what the hell, bro? What's going on?
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, but no, nothing was stated about the fact that the reasoning behind the cops. It was not the cops that decided to shoot. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't the cops that decided to shoot. They were told to by the court. Why wasn't any of this mentioned?
I'm confused. Are they just arguing? Is their defense just we shot him?
Wait.
And not to the terrorism charge?
But his attorney just said that he should get a light sentence for terrorism, admitting to terrorism.
Situation if they got like SWAT or something.
All right, bro.
Like,
Push up the crowd.
Well, all their defense was cops bad, we shot them. Instead of he didn't commit an act of terrorism.
Well, our retaliations.
Patty, I know you're
It's
not
not
talking.
it can't be
However-
just shot down because obviously there's no penal code on how to deal with it. We have jurisdiction told from the judge.
Boom.
Bitch, I'm keeping mine on.
Yeah, wait, no one's gonna talk
Exactly.
about that. Wearing hats in the courtroom is crazy.
I have to ask,
you.
do we
So
have
what?
two defense attorneys?
We're talking about respect. Wearing hats in the courtroom is crazy.
Yeah, so
right?
Tisha's still the district
Why do you
attorney.
say
This
it's-
No, I'm talking
is the
about-
assistant.
Nah, he's talking about
No,
Bunny
no.
over there.
Yeah, like are both lawyers
No,
on
no,
our
no.
side?
Exactly.
I don't understand how this
I-
court case is working. I'm so confused right now.
I was barely paying attention until I started staying right there. I'm gonna be honest with you. But everything I heard whenever I was right there was cops bad. We shot him.
Hope you're doing well.
Not he didn't commit an act of
You as
terrorism.
well.
Dude, my fucking face running up towards the camera in the body.
His lawyer is dog shit.
All right, guys. Guys, I got something
Was
to
he wearing
say.
a GoPro in that?
Right, while we're in recess,
I don't think
right?
I don't think so.
You see it.
Huh? Weird.
This
Yep.
lawyer here, right?
Crazy
Appointed
how
to
that
me
works.
by the court itself, right? This guy right here seems to be the best fucking DA in the entire fucking world.
Hell yeah, amen, brother.
Now,
Yo, you should have represented yourself, bro.
I have a sneaking suspicion that the court is trying to hide something.
Yeah, agree.
That's normally how these things work.
Listen,
Gave you the slowest lawyer.
Do we have a new captain on the ship?
I get in trouble with the police constantly. I'm very, very comfortable around police officers every day. You know, these situations that we get into, yeah, we're on opposite sides of it. At the end of the day, we're all
what happened
people,
yesterday.
right?
Yep.
The evidence that you saw there, presented by my lawyer, I was not treated like a person.
Talk to him.
I was treated like disposable trash. Okay?
Yeah, you tell him.
On God.
I'm glad it's just
Now-
the entire state versus us.
My lawyer unfortunately made it look like it was the decision
It
of
just
the
makes people
police
wanna do their
department.
jobs.
I would like to alert you guys all to the fact that I have told my lawyer multiple times
Yes.
that the judge himself, Stephen Long, called me a terrorist
Oh, congrats.
I'm a
and
judge now.
decided to
Hell
tell
yeah.
the officers to shoot.
Hell yeah. I'm a judge now.
The judge.
Not Stephen Long, sorry, Tony Long, sorry, Tony Long, Tony
No,
Long.
Can't redact it. Can't redact it.
Yep, ready done.
The first words out of your lawyer's mouth were that you were guilty. That's not a very good lawyer.
That's all I'm saying, cuz I'm guilty of what? You know, trying to defend people I love,
Getting an ass lawyer.
you know?
You wanna
Guilty,
choose a
guilty,
lawyer?
guilty of trying to get out of the mud. Yeah,
Listen,
I
there's
may
not
have
gonna be
some
hostages outside
aggressive
once
tactics
he's,
here and there,
found guilty, right?
but I have never once injured anyone
That's what I
in
was
anything that I've done, right?
Man does
I pride
excellent
myself
food
in the
reviews.
fact that I am not a violent man first. I am only violent when I need to be, okay?
Vouch.
Now, I would like you citizens and police officers to understand, I fully believe that there's a corrupt court system right now.
It's a corrupt justice.
Oh, I like this.
With the appointment of this lawyer, sorry
Maybe
to put you
something
on
we
the
can all
spot,
get
brother,
behind.
but what the fuck was that?
That was a shit show. Shit show.
Someone take his degree.
Horrendous. You need to be fired.
To be honest, Mr. Lucchese, and
I rest my case.
Apologies. Apologies for the
Defending
interruption.
the court. You're not even defending the defendant.
Listen,
Guys, let the lawyer respond to that.
this guy says I can't say anything about the judge, and that's because I can't. The only witness I had for the judge didn't even sign the affidavit or give me any statement, so I couldn't bring in the judge because I had no evidence that the judge did anything.
Bro, look at that. So we don't have any evidence. All right.
She never signed it. The person you gave me never signed it.
Can
The
I
only
add
thing I had
something?
to go off of was the fact that Stephen.
Alright, can I add something real quick there
alerted.
about my
There might
co-counsel?
be something crazy going on after this. Like
Yeah.
shootout. That's his words.
I just
Even
want
though
to add one
everybody's
thing
searched,
since we're
he's,
doing this anyway now.
alert.
God damn, are we doing this? Yeah.
Yes, we're done.
All right.
Be
So,
advised, there's still people outside.
Yeah, no, there's just one thing I want to add
We really
is
need
that
keys to
it's
this
Mr.
building,
Giordano's
we're just not gonna
first
be able to project
trial,
do shit.
and in my opinion, he did really well,
be a
considering all
very
the
large group of
circumstances.
people
If you are
just
familiar
like
with the
that.
context, in my
Did pretty
opinion,
well to put him in jail.
I also never received any evidence until about.
if you would be familiar with the
Shut up.
circumstances, then you might understand what I mean. I can't go into detail right now since it's still an ongoing case, but if you would like me to elaborate afterwards, I'd happily do it.
I was
I'd
off
happily
City on Polito and I
give a
saw an
debrief,
exploded
whatever,
PD
explain
vehicle.
the whole situation.
Someone
But
shot it.
right now, it's I'd be happy to do it publicly.
Everyone is entitled to a fair trial. He is not getting a fair trial at this stage.
The problem is, again, I cannot comment on that right now. I will happily explain that afterwards. It's just
Listen
that
here,
I
you
wish I
wanna
could
be
comment
pimp
on it.
looking motherfucker. I think it's
Thank
best
you.
you just shut your mouth right now.
Yo.
Contact
Earl
Hickey or Tony Del
Order.
Fight talk.
This guy here.
Hey, lawyer,
That is
you're
enough.
doing
This
your
is
job,
a
right?
courtroom.
Your client is the problem.
Yo, the
Not
most
a
fucked
man.
up
That is
thing is like,
enough. This is a courtroom.
Can't even put up a
said
fight.
that the citizens feel not safe, but I think all
Hey
the
guys,
citizens are on trophy
judge is
side
back.
here.
Judge is back, guys.
Order. We'll clear this courtroom. The officer's trying to tell you to remain seated, come to order as I walk back into court. You don't respect me as a person, you will respect the courtroom. We're not going to debate this right here and now. Do we understand each other?
Good copy, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Trophy. This is unfair.
You can go ahead and take a seat.
Please be seated.
Accusing.
You three in the back. 4 of you now. You're good.
I didn't ask you, sir. Don't go behind me. Back away from me.
Oh god.
Too bad. Stop
Layla,
talking to me.
Layla.
Nobody want to talk to you, okay?
Okay. We've had this trial today, and I'm going to announce my verdict, and I will say a few things. As it relates to the charge of terrorism, there's some key facts in there. I don't think every element of that offense is hit. However, I will say this, that there was definitely fear caused in the community on that day outside the courtroom. The courthouse itself represents balance in the justice system, as you yourself, Mr. LUCHESE, know, because you're here today in court to look for that balance. And what happened that day, be it your fault or no fault of your own, you participated. With that being said, does anybody have a calculation of the time he's already served in custody?
Been in there for 3 weeks. 3 days.
Yes, no, maybe so?
The prosecution does not in evidence do that for you, sir.
Don't tell me to shut up, bitch.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Order.
Give my crocs alone.
Shut the fuck up. Quiet.
You
in the
shut
court.
the fuck up.
Stop.
I
You will be
think-
made leave.
Your Honor, I think he served about 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
In prison, as of now, awaiting trial.
Fucking lie.
All right. So the court does find you guilty on the count of terrorism. It does find you guilty on the 5 counts of hostage taking.
What the fuck?
In addition, you currently have a warrant outstanding for your arrest for prison break and hostage taking. We are going to run those concurrent, not consecutive, so they're all going to combine into one case. So that warrant that you currently have for your arrest is going to be nullified and deemed served with this court case. I do believe that you may have been caught up in something that happened that day. With Jebediah's affidavit that he was the leader of it all. At the end of the day, you still are an adult and can make your own decisions. And for whatever reason, you chose to participate. Jebediah cannot make you do anything.
Get inside. Let him.
So what the court is going to do is going to sentence you today to a total of 4,000 months. We're gonna cut that. We're gonna cut that in half. We're gonna cut.
Order.
Everybody, please, quiet.
Nah, you just go
Order in the court,
Final
please.
decision.
Let him finish.
That was you,
The
Just let
PD
him
are the real
finish.
terrorists.
Mr. Judge.
yo.
The judge isn't
If I
finished
can
yet.
continue.
Y'all got ass food in there too.
With,
That's fucked up.
Enough.
You should get
Somebody shoot her.
All right, ma'am.
Man, I'm gonna
Touch
have to
on your
leave.
fuck.
We're gonna ask you to leave, okay?
Was it just me? Yeah.
Okay.
Are you deaf?
If I
Can
can
you hear everyone
continue
else?
now. What we're going to do is if you can serve good time, no more hostage taking, no more prison breaks, you will be released at 2,000 hours, so you'll serve half time.
Wow.
I don't know how many days that you have credit toward time served already. If we can get that calculated, that could knock down some of those 2,000 hours. However, you also will be fined a total of $500,000. That is my ruling.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Court's adjourned.
That's fucking bullshit.
Bullshit.
You have the cops over here.
Dude, this lawyer didn't do shit.
Fuck this place.
Alright, we're probably gonna dip. There's probably some.
Let's all go protest. Let's
Take
all
your
go
exit.
protest.
Disgusting.
Every cop is getting
Absolutely
kidnapped.
Take your exit.
You been struck by a smooth criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Sergeant McNella, it's probably best if you come in here, sir.
Everyone just fucking walk. Wow.
Are the doors still locked?
Fucking retrial.
10 more.
Sorry, I couldn't do better, Trophy.
It's all good, man. You didn't have enough time.
I got basically what they were gonna use against you, like a few hours before this whole thing. You were guilty as fucking shit. I'm sorry. You've already been determined.
That's crazy, lawyer. I'm not gonna lie, Richard. That's fucking crazy.
I'm just saying, if you look at the evidence they proposed, like.
Trophy.
Yes.
Go ahead and leave the area, man.
Honey, wash your face real quick. Yeah, wash your face, honey. You don't look like yourself right now. You know? Just rub your face real quick.
Earl, real quick.
You were looking at way more time.
Yeah.
Trophy.
I'm not going no death.
Wow. Wow.
Death would have been fucking better with that charge. Goddamn.
Plus all the work behind the scenes that you didn't see before today. Like there's a week of preparations before this.
Wow.
Again, as I said earlier, I'm happy
Just
to
fucking
elaborate on
wow.
it now.
Man, could you go ahead and leave the area?
Say what, sir?
As far as I'm aware, the court was adjourned, so anybody who's not necessary.
Moving him down to custody over there.
Alright, yeah, I'll give you the privilege to walk, so I'm gonna go towards that door. I'm gonna back up you two.
Trophy.
Honey. Can I say bye to honey?
You can say one goodbye.
Thank you for the great help there, Miss Grace. Much appreciated. Well, it seems like you got the hang of it.
Yeah, it was mainly at the
My
start. I
whole
wasn't sure
reputation
what
is
my.
down the drain, so it's fun.
What?
Yeah,
I'm
like,
never
like,
getting
we'll
a
just-
client again.
Don't worry, we'll get that sorted. Like I'm gonna help you with that. Like
I don't
honestly,
think
I
that's
believe.
anything to do with you
I had
per
no
se.
time to prepare for that because everything that you brought up, you sent like 3 hours before this whole case.
Well, that was just me verifying whether you had it because you already should have had it. You already should have.
I
asked
never
for it
had any
during
of
discovery.
that.
Probably because you didn't ask for it.
I
during
only figured it
discovery.
out when you sent in the client emails. That's when I first saw it.
Right. Yeah, that's why I sent you the email just to give you a reminder to make sure that you were aware that it's even a thing. Because
Yeah,
the thing
I
is,
didn't-
like during the entire case, I've
think
been
so, basically,
wanting
you're
to
joining
help you and give you advice. It's just that I can't because I'm the opposing counsel.
Can't hear you.
So that was my way of like telling
Said it
you
was
between
locked.
the lines, like, hey, these
Oh,
are the
yeah,
things you might want to think about. If you need some help, check with an attorney, have them submitted
let's
as
have a look.
co-counsel, you name it. But Like honest to God, like if I were in your shoes, I would probably feel like shit right now. But as far as I can tell, considering the whole situation and everything, you know, you did a pretty good case. Again, you
But
did
no one else
help
knows
bring the
that. Everyone
charges
thinks
down.
I just did a shitty job saying
I'll help you
submitted,
spread the word.
like-
Like I'll help you spread the word. I honestly
No,
believe that you did the best.
considering, yeah, that's
Of
you
course, your
did quite
client
well.
pushed to go to trial. Like you didn't have
Oh,
ample
yeah, I
time
was
to prepare a
trying to
defense
fucking get him
strategy,
to-
so you didn't stand a chance. So I felt bad because I already felt this coming last week, so I had already started working on it on Friday.
I got Hamilton up front with me. Where do you want us?
I had no script that I literally just
I'm ready to blast them. I'm not gonna lie. 10-4. And the front door is locked after everyone leaves.
Gone.
It'd probably be the smart play considering.
Yeah, I made it like at the last
There's no
closing
way.
statement.
Let's go ahead and get officers up on the balcony here. I would give a couple of
It's on, boys. It's on.
Honey just communicated saying that it's on. I don't know what that means.
Let's just keep all officers in the courthouse for about the next 10-ish minutes, let everything die down, then once we're all ready to leave, we will go to our cars all together.
10-4.
The 306 is currently down in the cells below the courthouse with the trophy.
Tried visiting your
Let's
client
go ahead and get
and reason with
officers up
him.
on either side of
I
these
honestly still
balconies,
believe that it would have been the
their
best
weapons
thing for him to settle there. You know, would have saved
I do
everybody
too.
time,
Just
and
get
we
someone
could have
from
probably,
DOJ to
you
the
know,
front and lock the door
got him
once
the
all
same deal.
civilians are outside.
So yeah.
Let's not show weapons.
Yeah, we'll get it
right
sorted.
now.
Don't
He's gonna go down. He's gonna go down.
10-4.
kicking
I'm
and
just
stuff.
watching from above to make sure that nothing goes down.
10-4. We just don't want to like.
Just that
provoke
sometimes
anything
people
right now. It's
unreasonable,
very
and
tense.
again, this is the heaviest punishment that you can face. So yeah,
At least you didn't get the death penalty or a life. That's all I'm
exactly.
happy about.
And you did that, and I'll help you spread the word about that.
Yeah, could have
So
been worse.
they shouldn't underestimate your efforts here. Like again, they don't see the efforts that you did behind the scene, how much time it takes. So
Also, half the people.
Is up there off duty.
God damn.
Yeah.
all right, that's like half a
Hey.
work week for me.
Joe, I need to ride with you back. Looks like they decided to take my car and light it on fire.
Pretty fast now. Lots of endurance.
What's your name, officer?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oof.
Very nice to meet you, Magni.
Is there anything?
Well, they even sent photo evidence of it too. So.
Be advised, Honey's trying to lure me outside. I'm not comfortable with that, so I'm not going anywhere.
Can you give an estimate of how much time has been served so far? Anything
I
reasonable?
was just told
Like,
that
not
there
gonna
were
pin down
currently
on it.
6 people inside that
Oh,
courtroom.
isn't that why you
who were
took
just in there with
2,000
all
off?
of
Was
us,
for time
with the
served?
Glocks.
Well, the
No,
2,000 was if good behavior, so I honestly
Can we
would
be
take
let in?
anywhere from month-wise, 500 to 250 maybe. Because he's been in there for a while.
Oh, and he's been broken
Store,
out
are you
too. He
inside
hasn't been
door?
in there
Yeah,
for a
and-
long time.
Another thing is
Front
that
door.
we've had some reorganizations at the district attorney's office, and
come
that
to the
also
side
didn't
door.
help with when it comes to like the speediness of his trial.
I still never got
So
my SOP.
I'd be happy to take that into consideration as well.
Who, me? No.
Congratulations on your son showing up.
I think it's just it is what it is. Even though people shouldn't be getting out how they're getting out.
No, no.
Hopefully next case.
We gotta do the
get
DNA
SOP.
Typical fathers.
Why is everyone in PD related?
Right.
Yeah, they might want to do
Pretty
security
well.
audit.
That was
There's
happy
a lot of
for yelling
prison
at
breaks
times,
there.
Jesus, why do y'all look like fucking twins?
They showed the body cam.
Is there
of
anything you want to
the
discuss
early report
in
from
private?
shooting. They did not like that.
So what's your name, officer?
Clay. Says that he
Clay.
was sentenced to
that's right now,
4,000
right?
months.
Yeah,
Hey,
what would you
Officer
prefer to do that? We can do it in
Yeah.
my office back
How you
there if
doing?
you
You
like.
can get that cut in half
I'm really
if he
good.
does attempt another
Good.
jailbreak.
It's nice to see you.
You're
I
missing
think it was a
out. You could do
$500,000
a
fine.
dad son combo there.
So what?
Think about it. You could.
So yeah.
You could really check a box with that one.
All right, shall we
With who?
head down there
4,000
together
plus
with
2,000
this
months
attorney?
of time
I
served.
don't know if
So
we need anybody else.
I don't think I can
there's
hit
that.
both at the same time.
You guys are dumbasses. It's not the fucking police department.
10-4, we may need to put a protective
maintain that.
custody on
Fucking-
Trophy's lawyer. And maybe all other court staff.
Judge Long, man.
Apologies.
You're good.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, that's cap. Wait, 250? How much? 250 month? No, I served more like 700, bro. Yeah.
Sure about that?
Yeah,
You
because
know
I was.
You know what, due to,
the first time I broke out of prison, I was in city in that jail for around 4 hours in head time, and you just do the math on that, and then I turned myself in, and I was in there for a while again, and it comes up to like 700.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that, considering the whole situation, the whole ordeal, and how long it took for the trial to finally take place.
Look, that's the only reason
I'm
I
good
broke
with the
out.
upside.
1,300 or
No, from 2,000 to minus 700, so 1,300 in total. What do you think about that, Mr. LUCHESE?
That's honestly better than I thought I was gonna get. Thank you.
Right. Well, glad we got it resolved in the end.
Yeah.
Sorry about that trophy for
Glad
my
to
performance.
see you're not heading for the firing squad. So I'm honestly happy about it.
Bro, it would have been a different outcome if I was. You know.
The thing is, like, it's not my goal. It's not why I'm here. I don't enjoy doing that. And yeah, the case was dropped on my desk from the state attorney general's office, and the charges were already there, so I could only bear the case to the best of my abilities, and I only started 2 days ago. So
Wait, sorry, can I be unhandcuffed real quick? 'Cause I heard somebody shooting, and I heard something on comms. Can I tell these guys to stop shooting if they're what I don't know what the fuck is going on out there, and I need to control these fucking idiots.
I can't uncuff you, but I think that sounds like a good plan. If that's
how about you, officer? I gotta control these. I gotta give orders to these fucking dumbasses, bro. I can get phones by making sure I clean those tables and things like that. Why? Yeah.
do I uncuff them, sir?
Yeah. No. I got you. They know. I told them as long as it's not life in prison, I'll stay in that bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'll do 10,000.
Okay, well, don't say that, but let's just keep it at 1,300.
I'm not a liar, sir. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what the fuck? I heard shooting and I heard people on comms. What the fuck are you guys doing?
I think we're on the same page now. So
all
I'm
right,
glad to see that.
Leave my car alone. Tell a cop to like depot this shit. Whatever. I don't want you guys around the courthouse shooting. Okay, but like I don't want you guys shooting around the court. Cops are on edge. Everybody's on fucking edge. I don't want you guys getting in trouble. Okay, guys.
Thank you, Mr. LUCHESE. Much appreciated.
Again, trophy. I'm sorry.
Yo. Oh god, it was.
That's what I said as well. It's the worst possible first case that you can have, literally.
Hey, look, I did it. Yeah, gosh, guilty.
Oh my god.
Gosh. Yeah. Come on. You know I wear the goofy helmet.
Yeah, definitely.
You ever seen Goofy's trial?
Yes, I have.
That's why I wear it.
I actually think next time, for the sake of everybody's ears, that we get on the same radio frequency.
Honestly, I agree with that.
No, no, no.
That'd be nice.
No. 1,000.
Huh?
Good idea. I like it.
I think.
I don't know, but just
What the fuck just happened to me? I just fucking like.
I don't know.
What the fuck? No, only 1,300. All right, honey, only 1,300. It's okay. Yeah, I'm about to serve that time. You guys are not gonna break me out. I'm gonna get out. Warrants are gonna be gone. I can get my cars out of impound. We're gonna live a good life, boys. We're gonna be good.
It all comes full circle.
Thanks, Trophy.
To be honest, after that trial, when we were waiting for the sentencing, I almost got the feeling that you missed your calling. So if you ever get your record expunged, feel free to swing by the DOJ.
Oh yeah, I'm good at capturing the hearts and minds of people.
Yeah, and Trophy,
I
we're
could see
working on
that.
a way
Good
for
work.
people to come visit you. Okay, bud.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as you
would love that.
maintain good behavior, I don't mind helping you out with that. All right.
Dude, I'm gonna be in that bitch tonight, bro. I'm getting out by today. You think I'm not gonna clean the fuck out those tables? I'm gonna be good as hell in that jail.
We'll see.
I
we'll
believe in you,
see.
bud. I believe in you.
Clean the hell out those tables, cuz.
Like if you actually do that, you have all these officers here as witnesses to maybe help you get your record expunged someday. Help you as a character witness. So honestly, wish you the
Yeah,
best of luck with that.
yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Sorry.
Half a mil is fucking crazy, bro. I have $0. You guys gonna find me 500,000.
Rashad, you better
Like it-
back up.
Your
Rashad, you want that
lawyer
500K?
talked it down by 50%.
You can cancel invoices.
Oh my god.
It was
And if you have
originally
nice
1
feature.
million, so
That
thank
shit's
your
just
lawyer
gonna get
for half a
taken
mil.
out of my bank account automatically, right? I'm gonna just be in the negatives.
Yep. No.
Is that not what happens?
It's an invoice, right?
No, that's not. That's not how that works.
Nah, give it to his name's Rashad. This officer.
Yeah, I'm famous.
Wait, I thought you were a dirty cop. I thought like Fax
Oh.
snitched on you.
Damn.
Nah.
Oh shit, you
Me and-
fucked up
me and-
at Aaron.
Me and Fax was locked up, and he told me, yeah. He said some bullshit. I don't know.
Nope.
Whatever, bro. Glad you have your job still.
Stay with my job, man.
Give it to the defense attorney.
You got
No, give it to him. Give it to him. My lucky numbers is 82.
It's 50.
He's lying. That's fucking cap.
It's 50.
That's
Wait.
cap as fuck. He's
And
capping.
the Young Thug's lawyer was gonna get fined.
All right,
for
never
that.
mind. I changed my mind. My shit is 46.
All right, chill out. That's me.
46, 82, 91.
Yeah, he's 50, Dread.
132.
Sergeant Shad, you're
34.
broken up.
50089.
Talk what you know. Talk what you know, Sonic. Get it?
No, I didn't get it. That's good.
Actually, we'll talk to
Bullshit.
you about your car wash business later.
Yep. I want to talk about that shit too.
Wait, I did get it.
Let me make sure I get though. Yep. No entries found. Yes, sir.
It says I don't have enough money to pay, sir. I'm sorry.
I wonder why. You gotta start selling one of those G
I'm
wagons.
a broke ass terrorist on God. Extensions? How do I do that?
When you get out of prison.
I can ask for an extension. What happens with an extension?
We can give you like another week or something like that.
All right, so like,
So, yeah,
so like,
two
what
weeks to
happens
get
if I don't
500K.
pay this shit? What happens if I don't pay this shit?
Then you'll
Right
have a
back to
warrant.
square one.
Yeah.
What do you mean back at square one? After I serve time?
Yeah, a warrant.
You'll probably serve more time.
Look, sir, in the last week, I
Bro,
got
it's half a fucking mil.
230,000.
What? Half a mil?
I'd
Take
like
out
to ask
some
you a
loans.
question. Can he make installment payments on this?
Like over time?
Yeah.
I
Honestly,
think so.
Well, that's why I was saying.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying, why not just take it now, put him in the negatives, and then he just starts working on paying it off.
Well, what the fuck, dude? Then I won't be able to buy shit.
His credit
better
score's
get
gonna go
cash.
dropping down.
Well, you need to go through the bank to get cash. I go to the fucking.
Not necessarily. You know what? This is not actually our room to speak on the payment process.
Yeah. I'm fucked. Right.
Let me give you my number.
Like
I'm
50K
always happy to help with
or
it.
something like that.
Absolutely, sir. Give you mine.
That is what's happening.
There you go, sir.
GoFundMe, yeah.
Bro, I'm start up a GoFundMe right now.
I can lend you some money, Trophy, because I did a pretty shitty job, so I owe you something.
No, you did a good job, man. Don't say that.
20K. That'll help.
Hey, Clint, I get that. I'm actually in quite the debt myself.
I'll give you 10K if you need it.
Shut
It's
up.
fine.
I'm not. I'm out. This is crazy.
Well, glad to see you're not after the firing squad or getting an injection. I guess that's the
okay
bright side of it, right?
So are we sending him here? Sending him off from here?
I would assume so.
By the way, if you do need help with those payments afterwards and the DOJ can help you with that, feel free to come by, and I'm sure either Judge Webbs or myself will be happy to help you with that.
Copy. You act like that's easy.
He knows 13 people walking around with 50K.
Yeah, you know, I know you.
Sean, what's the status?
Shit.
Working on an installment plan.
We'll figure this out later.
The locals, yeah.
All right, Terry, come get him.
Good luck, sir. Stay safe.
Copy, you guys too.
Step outside.
Meet by the
Finally,
doors
some
from,
normal
or just,
time.
like across
Be
from
well,
jail
Trophy.
cells.
I will,
Man,
Officer
same
Hedgehog.
course.
Love you, baby boy.
I don't want to see
Take
no
it easy,
gum on those
buddy. I'm
tables.
hoping to see. Okay. Fuck me then.
Trophy has been sent.
Everyone meet up at the bottom of the steps. We'll all walk out at the same time.
Information.
Let me step aside.
Okay, whoever drove their cars here and parked them, you're gonna go through the doors first.
All right.
You guys ready to go out?
That's me.